off, they tap. Why'd I lie?
Do from both.
Made that DJ contest Saturday night, you know what I'm saying?
Seals are messengers.
The possibility.
Life's too broken.
Who's that?
I could.
But it
Doctors and nurses, like, they had to manually inflate her lungs because they kept collapsing, and it got hard when we were like, we don't know which way it's going to go. My mom was there at the time, and so we were praying and just keeping faith.
Christy Aletto, Channel 6, Action News.
All right, be sure to tune in on Monday at 2 p.m. right here on 6 ABC to see Sharifa's entire interview on the Tamron Hall Show. Thanks for joining us tonight. Action News at 6 is next.
Make it a Hershey Park summer with the Summer Fun Card. Get unlimited visits for just $99. More splashes, more screams, and endless smiles all summer. Sunshine mode activated for just $99. Maximize summer and savings with the Hershey Park Summer Fun Card. Get yours now.
I made a belt out of that snake. That's a win.
I once got caught in a showdown, and I lived to tell about it.
Wasn't tarnation.
I knew I had met my match, the daily kind. With Bet365's daily prize matcher, I matched 7 gold coins, 6 footballs, and 3 cherries. Anyway, I won.
Get up to 1,000 free spins plus a $1,000 deposit match.
Dear future, while everyone's watching one lane, Toyota's driving in all of them with hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and all-electric vehicles. Every which way, you'll go farther and put more dollars in your pocket. Save big with Toyota. Get great offers on the Corolla family, like the sedan, hybrid, cross, and cross hybrid. Shop online and visit your nearest tri-state Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
You need an excuse to let loose, and a fun day or two at Hershey Park is it. So whether you want to soar on 15 coasters, ride over 40 family rides, or make a splash, you can create your own happy here at Hershey Park. Don't wait.
Good time to be here.
Start planning your visit today.
There goes that Action News fan again.
Action News, Philadelphia's leading news program with Jason Dumas, meteorologist Brittany Boyer, and Walter Perez.
It is Saturday night. I'm Walter Perez. Now in Action News at 6. It's a great day to be a Philadelphia sports fan. It's do or die for the Sixers in Game 7 of Round 1, and that's as the Flyers kick off Round 2 against Carolina. And the warmer temperatures finally return early next week. Meteorologist Brittany Boyer has your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast. But the big story in Action News is the end of the road for Spirit Airlines after 34 years in business. The move follows the company's failure to secure roughly $500 million in emergency funding needed to stay afloat. The budget carrier had been struggling for years amid pandemic losses, rising fuel costs, and stiff competition. Action News reporter Amanda Pitts joins us live from Philadelphia International Airport now with the very latest. Amanda.
Yeah, Walter, Spirit's check-in counter here at PHL is like a ghost town. Travelers are now met with this sign. It says closed. Spirit Airlines is no longer operating after the low-budget airline announced it is shutting down after 34 years in business.
If you have a flight scheduled with Spirit Airlines, don't show up at the airport. There will be no one here to assist you.
Spirit Airlines is officially a thing of the past. The airline, known for its ultra-low costs and bright yellow planes, announced today that it is winding down operations. The airline had been struggling financially since the pandemic, and most recently because of the surging price of jet fuel. Spirit was working to secure a government bailout, but that failed.
They really showed some leadership with respect to keeping those airfares low and put pressure on other airlines to do the same.
Dr. Brian Terrell, a hospitality, tourism, and event management professor at Stockton University, says with Spirit now out of the mix, consumers will likely see prices climb.
In general, we'll see increases in airfares, and you couple that with the rise in jet fuel prices.
Spirit was the principal carrier at Atlantic City International Airport, meaning our area will likely feel impacts.
I think the more immediate impact might be to the residents of South Jersey, where 2/3 of them are using Atlantic City International to travel to their destination.
U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said this was anticipated and not a surprise. And when asked by ABC why a bailout failed, he said it was a creditor issue. Now other airlines are stepping up.
United, Delta, JetBlue, and Southwest are capping their ticket prices for Spirit customers.
Now back out here at PHL, about a dozen Spirit flights today were canceled. And again, with Spirit shutting down, all future flights are now canceled, though Spirit is refunding customers. Though if you book through a third party like a travel agent, you have to deal directly with that third party. Live at PHL, Amanda Pitts, Channel 6 Action News. Walter.
Okay, Amanda, thank you. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says travelers booked on Spirit flights could get special pricing from other airlines for a limited time. World News Tonight will have the latest developments beginning at 6:30 right after Action News. Officials in Wilmington recovered a woman's body following a house fire this morning. The fire broke out on the 2000 block of North Harrison Street at about 4:15 a.m. Firefighters entered a 3-story home where they encountered heavy flames. They then left the building because of dangerous conditions. In fact, a section of that building later collapsed. Investigators are working to determine how the whole thing started.
LNI is on scene. The City Fire Marshal's office conducting the investigation, as well as with assistance from the State Fire Marshal, and the Maryland State Fire Marshal has brought an arson dog in as well.
Authorities have not yet identified the victim. One firefighter suffered minor injuries but is expected to be okay. We just learned a 65-year-old man died in a house fire in Newcastle today. Flames broke out on Schuyler Court just after 6 o'clock this morning. Firefighters who say the home was a site of a hoarding situation found the victim on the first floor. No word tonight how the fire started. All right, turning now to the AccuWeather forecast. The first work week of May will include a warm-up at first. Meteorologist Brittany Boyer joins us live with the update. Brittany.
And it's going to be a lot warmer than what we have in store for this weekend. Temperatures today only in the upper 50s into the low 60s. That's where we find ourselves right now at 61 in Ocean City, 60 degrees in Philadelphia, down from our high of 63. And then north and west, if you're going out this evening, maybe a light jacket. Temperatures sitting in the 50s. And we're going to do just about the same as we head into the day tomorrow, but at least it will be a brighter day. We've had a lot of clouds out there today, but at least we managed to stay dry. Initially, we were concerned about this system offshore, that it could have gone a little bit more inland, but it stayed offshore, just a lot of clouds in place, and the clouds are going to be moving out of here tonight. So the National Weather Service did post a frost advisory for our northwestern suburbs up into the Lehigh Valley from 11 o'clock tonight until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. There will be some areas that fall back into the upper 30s, so just keep that in mind. If you have any sensitive plants, hanging baskets outside, you want to bring them into the garage or at least cover them up for this evening. And you might want to cover things up before you get started with the race tomorrow. It is going to be a chilly start. The start time is at 7 o'clock in the morning, 44 degrees. We have bright sunshine, so grab the sunglasses and know that we are going to have a northwest wind developing throughout the day. By the end of the race, temperatures are getting into the 50s. So what you need to know, tomorrow it is bright and breezy with that northwest wind. The work week is going to start off seasonable, but we're going to crank the temperatures up even more, specifically on Tuesday. It's going to be a toasty day out there with highs in the 80s. We'll talk about the rain that gets here beyond Tuesday coming up in that 70 forecast. Walter?
We're a fan of toasty.
I figured you would be.
Okay. Thank you, Brittany. It's do or die tonight for the Sixers. They're in Boston to take on the Celtics in Game 7 during the first round of the playoffs. The Sixers avoided elimination, of course, in Game 6 with that thrilling win at Xfinity Mobile Arena in South Philadelphia. If they win, the Sixers will advance to the next round and take on the New York Knicks. Tip-off is set for 7:30 tonight. And you will want to tune in tonight right here on 6 ABC as the Flyers and Carolina Hurricanes face off in Game 1 of their playoff series. The first puck drops at 8 p.m. The Flyers are fresh off their first-round series win over the Penguins. They're hoping to keep up that momentum following their exciting Game 6 overtime win on Wednesday. The Flyers practiced yesterday, getting ready for the next round. Meanwhile, Carolina swept the Senators, so they've been enjoying some extra time off. Well, it's a big day in Philadelphia tomorrow. In just under 13 hours, runners will take part in the Independence Blue Cross Broad Street Run. Today, many athletes spent their day getting in some last-minute training. A local organization also provided breakfast for young runners to fuel up before the big race. Action News reporter Becca Hendrickson has more.
Broad Street is about to be transformed when 40,000 runners shut it down Sunday morning. And in that crowd will be a big group of Philadelphia students who are running for more than just a time.
Who's ready?
Bringing the energy the morning before the Independence Blue Cross Broad Street Run. This team of Philadelphia middle and high school athletes.
How do we do it?
Who will represent Students Run Philly style in the race.
A mentoring organization for young people in grades 6 through 12 all across Philadelphia. And our mentors and our students train together to run the Broad Street Run and other large races across the city.
Now that their training is complete, the hundreds of students spent the morning carbo loading with pancakes and orange juice catered by fellow students. It's the fuel they need to race the 10 miles down Broad Street together.
To see us grow from having 50 students in year 1 to nearly 1,000 in year 22, it's pretty incredible to just watch how our community has grown.
Among those athletes,
I love seeing the crowd,
are Caleb Mukama and Oscar Lynn.
I feel like I can genuinely be myself without having the pressure of trying to cater to others.
The two students were honored with $10,000 Go Farther scholarships at the breakfast to recognize their accomplishments within Students Run Philly style.
Anyone who's out there who's going through stuff, adversaries, challenges, I want to encourage them to keep going.
That's what Caleb and his teammates plan to do during the race, which promises to be a citywide celebration from Broad and Fisher to the Navy Yard.
It's an iconic race for the city. It's also a milestone for our students. 10 miles is an incredible distance, a huge achievement, and so I'm really proud of all of our students in making this happen.
Those 1,000 students running will certainly bring all of that positive energy to Broad Street for the race, and so will their loved ones. Students Run Philly style has a cheering section at mile 7, Broad and Washington. In Center City, Becca Hendrickson, Channel 6 Action News.
Now, if you are not running or headed out to spectate, be sure to wake up with Action News. Our coverage of the Independence Blue Cross Broad Street Run begins at 6 a.m. tomorrow. A massive renovation project is taking place in Newcastle, Delaware. The Kirkwood Sports Complex is getting a $9.8 million makeover. Contractors broke ground along River Road yesterday for phase 1 of the project. The 65-acre facility will have updated synthetic turf fields, new stadium lights, additional parking, and modernized guest facilities.
We would love it to be done Memorial Day weekend. I think that's still on schedule at the moment. Listen, we all know weather can throw wrenches in things, so let's pray for some good weather and hope that we can finish it on time.
As part of the agreement with Newcastle County, management firm BPG Sports will provide $50,000 each year in youth scholarships. Much more to come in Action News, an honorary motorcycle procession for a fallen hero. And a single mom from Chester County turns her love for baking into a thriving small business with a special ingredient. Details when Action News comes right back.
So pretty. What about this?
No.
Dolce dressed everyone here.
Gaultier.
Fendi.
Chanel.
Margiela.
Dior. That's not what you're wearing. That's all.
The Devil Wears Prada 2, rated PG-13.
Tonight on FYI Philly.
Getting hot and toasty.
We've got a new all-day restaurant. A place for Indonesian fare.
And an arcade with a serious mission. It's an FYI for you tonight at 7 on 6 ABC and wherever you stream.
Check everything off your thrill list with FanDuel Casino's Rewards Club. And with weekly bonus packs, players get more for their money, with more chances and more thrills.
Calling all Thrillionaires. FanDuel Casino.
Did you ever hear of a guy who likes his clients more than his cars? A guy who wants to service everyone so much that he'll deliver a car anywhere? A guy that will not let a customer take a car unless it's a perfect fit for them and their families, and will get you whatever you need. A guy who gets the best financing for his clients and the lowest prices in the market. Well, I know a guy like that. And I heard he's always been your dealer. You just didn't know it.
I grew up here. Child of a teenage mom, my neighbors helped raise me.
Let's do it.
So when they were hurting, I started the Black Doctors Consortium to heal our city. Now I'm running for Congress to stop Trump, bring down costs, abolish ICE, and restore funding for Medicaid and Obamacare. I'm Dr. Ayla Stanford, and I approve this message because Philly taught me to fight for my neighbors and get results.
FanDuel Casino has 5 Huff and Puff games that'll blow you away. With houses of stick and brick bringing bigger, badder jackpots. Your home for thrills is the home of Huff and Puff. Play for a chance at a FanDuel Casino jackpot on any Huff and Puff game.
The roaring sound of motorcycles took over Philadelphia's Mayfair neighborhood this morning in honor of a fallen hero. The Philadelphia Police Department Highway Patrol hosted a memorial ride for Officer Andy Chan. It started at Lincoln High School and rode to FOP Lodge 5 in a show of unity and support for their brothers and sisters in blue. Officer Chan died last December, nearly 7 years after a crash that left him critically wounded. An event in Burlington County offered up some fun for people of all ages this morning. The Mount Holly Police Department hosted a Touch a Truck party. More than 1,000 vehicles were on display for families to hop in and take a look. Along with police cruisers and motorcycles, the event also featured SWAT vehicles, police boats, fire trucks, and bulldozers. The gathering also offered resources from rehabilitation facilities and healthcare providers. A single mom in Downingtown who goes by the name of Miss Moffett is sharing her passion for baking with a little love. Her small business makes a big difference, helping people send hugs disguised as cookies. Action News community journalist Matteo Aidenisi shares her story from Chester County.
We have peanut butter chocolate chip, oatmeal raisin. There you go. Enjoy.
I'm a single mom. My children are obviously grown, but I will always remember those days, and there's a lot of stresses.
Which one has your name on it?
My youngest son went off to the military, and that was kind of traumatizing as a mother. And I was able to send some treats to him, and it really made my day. And I kind of started thinking he was doing something really hard. I could do something hard, like start a business.
Dessert. You need dessert.
So in 2016, I actually formed the LLC of Little Miss Moffett. Right now, we're making cookies and bars. And then our pride and joy are our hugs disguised as cookies, where somebody gets to select the label. Inside is a personalized gift note message. And then it also has the individual cookie in this cute little container, and we ship them nationwide. Right now, we're at the Oscar Lasco YMCA. There's a single moms conference that we're really excited to have the opportunity to provide some cookies for.
Thank you.
This is our 14th annual Chester County Single Mothers Conference, a day of pampering, workshops, resources. It's a great help for single moms, as one myself, when you're coming into a community, just building that support in that village. So we hope that at the end of our conference, moms are leaving very encouraged to know that they can build their future and they have support and help when they need.
And everybody needs a little Miss Moffitt in their life.
That was Matteo Aidanisi reporting. Action News is sharing your story, your voice, your community through the eyes of our talented photographers and community journalists. You can submit your ideas online at 6abc.com/yourstory. Action News comes right back.
The 2026 Nissan Rogue. Powered by Ward's 10 best engines. It's the most powerful Rogue ever. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on select model trims.
At Penn Medicine, we're opening new doors to cancer therapies that transform lives. Doors to advanced technology that precisely targets cancer and nothing else. Even to early detection and the best chance for a cure. So, when new doors open, life-altering possibilities open with them. Penn Medicine's comprehensive cancer care system. Now available in more places.
I'd like to invite you to Nudi's Cafe to start your day with our breakfast favorites, ranging from pancakes to eggs Benedict, or join us for lunch with crisp salads, sandwiches, and homemade soups. At Nudi's, we're all about creating a friendly neighborhood atmosphere. That's the Nudi's promise. Handcrafted dining experience that makes you feel welcome, nourished, and excited to come back. For 46 years, we've been proud to be part of the community of the Delaware Valley.
Find your local Nudi's Cafe and explore our menu at nudiscafes.com.
Welcome to the Drifters and the Wanderers, to the Lowriders and the Daydreamers. Welcome to the Surf Chasers, the Taste Testers, and the Joyriders. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
The 2026 Nissan Rogue. Powered by Ward's 10 best engines. It's the most powerful Rogue ever. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR on select model trims.
Time for a check on sports. It's a really fun day to be a Philadelphia sports fan, but the big story is the Sixers in Boston for Game 7 against the Celtics. Jason Dumas joins us live in studio with the preview. Jason.
Yeah, Walter, and we have some breaking news. No Jason Tatum tonight for the Sixers' highly anticipated matchup with the Celtics. We know he's a really good player, and it's the biggest Sixers game in years. Game 7 in Boston. What's better than that? A lot of players have a chance to shake some narratives. No one really gave Philly a chance, but that what makes things so interesting.
We stayed together. We stayed confident. We stayed poised, giving ourselves a chance here. You know, being down 3-1 with a unbelievable opportunity to go play Game 7 in Boston, one of the historic and best places to play for a Game 7. So we're still alive.
Now, speaking of teams who no one gave a chance, the Flyers are all set for their second-round matchup with the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina was one of the best teams in hockey this year. They are led by former Flyer Rod Brind'Amour. The Flyers lost some tough games to Carolina this year, a couple overtime losses. So there will be no surprises when it comes to this team.
They show their cards. This is the way we're going to play. Like, in their poker game, they show you, hey, we're playing this hand. So you play whatever you want to play. I don't care. That's the way they play it. So we got to have a mindset going against that kind of mindset.
They bring, high pace of play. It's tough building to play in. So I think the last few days we've just been getting ready, kind of sticking to what's been working for us.
All right, I need everyone to hurl the remote control across the couch right now. No need to change the channel. You can watch the Flyers game right here on 6 ABC. Coverage begins at 8. Phillies taking on the Marlins, Game 2 of their series down in Miami. No score in the third. Bases loaded. Andrew Painter walks in a run. Tough. All right, he's still in the inning. He does it again. Not ideal for the young pitcher. Bottom of the 5th, Xavier Edwards unloads on this Painter pitch, and that's 3-0 there, and they're up by that score right now. All right, it was a fun day in the Lehigh Valley for Devontae Smith and all his pals He had his annual softball game today at Coca-Cola Park. Jalen Hurts was there. Always great when Jalen gets in the building. There's Gilly with that big hat in the background. This is the 5th year Devontae is doing this, and he loves seeing his guys swing a bat.
I feel like everyone enjoys, seeing, the guys that think that they're the best athletes, and then when they come play, softball, you kind of look at them like, you're not as good an athlete as you think. So I think everyone enjoys that.
And Walter, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if the Sixers were to win, the NBA released the schedule for next round. Quick turnaround. They would have to be at Madison Square Garden on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
And with a head of steam if they win tonight, boy. All right. Thank you, Jason. In South Jersey, it was all about fancy hats and horses. Main Street at Mullica Hill is celebrating the Kentucky Derby. The tradition takes place during the first Saturday of the month of May. Everyone received a complimentary Derby hat and a shopping passport. During the stroll along Main Street, people were invited to take pictures inside participating stores to add to the passport. Along with celebrating the Kentucky Derby, the event also encourages everyone to shop local.
Action News Sports is sponsored by your local Tri-State Toyota dealers, a proud partner of 6ABC and Philadelphia Sports. Toyota, let's go places.
Dear Friday, let's put good times in gear. We've got power tailgates to power game days and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Heck, we might even cancel Monday. Toyota Trucks. Get low APRs and great finance cash offers on Toyota trucks like Tundra and Tacoma. Shop online and visit your nearest Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
The pandemic raged, and too many poor communities were left behind. Dr. Ayla Stanford stepped up, organizing doctors, delivering vaccines, saving thousands of lives. Raised by a 14-year-old single mother, she became the first Black woman pediatric surgeon trained in America. Now she's running for Congress, endorsed by Dwight Evans, calling her a fighter and a champion. Now's the time for Dr. Ayla Stanford to bring her Philly fight direct to Donald Trump. 314 Action Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When you get injured in a car wreck, you're gonna have to deal with a big insurance company
that makes big profits by trying to pay small settlements.
That's when you go big and call Gilman and Bedigian.
Go 1-800-LAW-6162.
Afraid of going to the dentist and putting off the quality dental care you need? We get it. At Universal Dentistry, we only use state-of-the-art technology.
The area's best dentists and have a proven track record, giving you more, less invasive options, all at the cost that is up to 60% less than national chains.
This truly is quality dental care you can trust. Insist on quality.
Insist on affordability.
Insist on Universal Dentistry.
Electrical problems rarely happen at a convenient time. That's why Harris Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is always ready to help. Our expert team is committed to providing same-day service, ensuring your issue is addressed quickly. When you need a reliable solution, you can count on Harris to be there. No matter the issue, if you need it fixed today, just call Harris. We're here for you with guaranteed same-day service.
Harris Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric. A Harris home is a happy home.
Families enjoyed the outdoors this morning during a spring tradition in Delaware. The Newcastle County Police Department hosted its annual Casting with a Cop event right there in Newark. Kids grabbed their fishing rods, the Catch a Few in Glasgow Park Pond. The department's facility dog, Wombat, even made a special appearance for the kids. All right, time for another check of the AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Brittany Boyer. And Brittany, warmer temperatures return to start the work week.
Yes, things are going to be warming up in this first weekend during the month of May. We have below average temperatures. We're going to have very similar temperatures tomorrow compared to what we had today, only making it to 63 degrees today in Philadelphia. Live on Sky 6 this evening, looking at the view in Chester. The Union has a game within the next hour or so. And yes, the next big thing as we look ahead into the forecast is that we're going to be warming up just as the work week begins. As I mentioned this weekend, many of you staying in the upper 50s, if not into the low 60s. Looking at the trend ahead here, average now in Philadelphia is 71 degrees. We're going to fall just short of that as we head into the day on Sunday. But notice by Monday, we're in the mid 70s, feeling a little bit more spring-like, and then back to feeling like summer. By Tuesday, temperatures running about 12 degrees above average with highs pushing into the 80s. Although it's been a cool start to the weekend, at least it has been quiet. Initially, we thought maybe our shore communities could have some showers with this system offshore, but notice all of that rainfall is well offshore. We also have rain well to our north and west, so it's a pretty quiet evening. We're kind of smack dab right in between things. And if we look at conditions here as we head into the overnight hours and first thing tomorrow morning, this is why we have the frost advisory that the National Weather Service posted for areas northwest of Philadelphia, dipping down into the upper 30s, 37 in Reading, Lansdale tomorrow morning, 39 in Allentown, right near freezing up into the Poconos. So we have a cold start to the morning. And I did mention earlier this evening, if you are running the Independence Blue Cross Broad Street Run, maybe consider having some toss-away clothes. Something to keep you warm before the race starts. 7 o'clock in the morning as the gun goes off and the first corral gets to start, it's 44 degrees, sun and clouds. By 10 o'clock in the morning, if you're still running, it's 52, but winds will be picking up. We have a northwest wind as we go throughout the course of the day, really peaking by the afternoon, gusts up to about 25 miles per hour. And here's your day tomorrow. Again, a brighter day, a breezy day, but those temperatures still running below average. What helps tick up the temps on Tuesday is this cold front approaching from the west. We have winds gusting up to about 30 miles per hour, but we are well into the 80s. So that warm up is just a few days away. Your exclusive AccuWeather 7-day forecast showing a dry end to the weekend, a dry day on Monday, 75, nice and mild to start off the work week. The winds picking up on Tuesday, 84 degrees. And then as we head into the middle and end of the week, that's when the pattern starts to get a little bit more active. Also notice our temperatures are trending cooler. Scattered showers on Wednesday. Looks like a steady round of rain late Wednesday into Thursday. The high just 65 on Thursday. And it looks like we'll stay cool as we head into next weekend. Hopefully the rain causes no issues for the Phillies as they've got a pretty decent stretch heading into next week.
All right. Thank you, Brittany. World News Saturday is next here on Channel 6. And don't miss Action News at 10 and PHL 17 tonight. Then we're back here again on 6 ABC at 11. Now for Brittany Boyer, Jason Dumas, and the entire Action News team, I'm Walter Perez. We'll see you back here at 11 o'clock.
Check everything off your thrill list with FanDuel Casino's Rewards Club. And with weekly bonus packs, players get more for their money, with more chances and more thrills.
Calling all Thrillionaires. FanDuel Casino.
Room for 6 full-size passions. The Lexus TX 3-row luxury. A car that doesn't elevate everyone's experience. Is a car that stops short of amazing.
I grew up here. Child of a teenage mom, my neighbors helped raise me.
Let's do it.
So when they were hurting, I started the Black Doctors Consortium to heal our city. Now I'm running for Congress to stop Trump, bring down costs, abolish ICE, and restore funding for Medicaid and Obamacare. I'm Dr. Ayla Stanford, and I approve this message because Philly taught me to fight for my neighbors and get results.
Every pet deserves a loving family. That's why 6ABC Shelter Me, together with our local adoption center partners, is helping animals find their forever homes. You can support our local shelters and give every pet the love they've been waiting for.
Courtler Mannis is a proud sponsor of 6ABC's Shelter Me. In the courtroom, we fight relentlessly for our clients.
And in our community, we fight just as hard for rescue animals that deserve a second chance.
6ABC's Shelter Me is sponsored by Courtler Mannis Injury Law.
FanDuel Casino has 5 Huff and Puff games that'll blow you away. With houses of stick and brick bringing bigger, badder jackpots. Your home for thrills is the home of Huff and Puff. New players get 500 bonus spins plus up to $1,000 back in casino bonus.
6ABC joins in celebrating Asian Pacific American Heritage Month.
Breaking tonight, a popular discount airline abruptly shutting down. What this means for air travel and why this could be a very costly summer for drivers. First, Spirit Airlines, its final flights landing overnight, signs removed from airports, passengers scrambling to rebook with other carriers, and more than 15,000 employees out of work. Why a last-minute deal involving a government takeover fell apart and what the airline blames for its demise. Gas prices surging again, and now oil executives warning the worst may still be ahead. Their painful forecast for the summer driving season, why prices could climb even if the Strait of Hormuz reopens. Iran now saying the war with the U.S. is likely to resume, and the growing rift between the U.S. and its allies. President Trump now withdrawing thousands of troops from Germany. Also tonight, the major decision that blocks access to abortion pills sent by mail. A federal appeals court ruling that mail orders of mifepristone violate state abortion bans. That drug, one of the most common means of abortion, can now only be distributed in person or at clinics. Plus, a deadly crash. Police say a 14-year-old on an e-bike allegedly hitting and killing a Vietnam veteran. Why the boy's mother is now charged with aggravated manslaughter. Gone in seconds. Stunning images of what authorities are calling a $1 million theft ring. Teams allegedly stripping wheels, rims, and catalytic converters. The DA saying they worked as quickly as a pit crew. 16 people now facing charges. Down to the wire in the NBA playoffs, the game-winning overtime shot, while LeBron and the Lakers move on to round 2. The surprise passenger buckled in, why this robot caused a big delay for one flight. And America Strong tonight, he's keeping Americans safe in the sky at 90 years young. The big surprise and what he says keeps him going.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Whit Johnson. We begin tonight with the unfolding travel nightmare. Spirit, the no-frills discount airline, shutting down after 30 years, leaving flyers scrambling for options and forced to buy new plane tickets. The airline making its final flight in Dallas, Texas overnight. It struggled in recent years, filing for bankruptcy twice since 2024. But surging fuel costs from the war with Iran delivered the final and fatal blow. Frustrated passengers across the country are now dealing with canceled flights. Other airlines are trying to offer relief, but they too are facing financial strains, and thousands of Spirit's workers are now unemployed. The airline, known for its bright yellow planes and rock-bottom prices, was unable to secure a bailout from the federal government. ABC's Morgan Norwood leads us off from Newark Airport in New Jersey.
Tonight, Spirit Airlines, the no-frills disruptor that transformed the commercial aviation industry with its bare-bones, low-cost fares and bold marketing, shutting down after 3 decades.
End of an era right there.
Its final flight, 1833, touching down in Dallas just after midnight from Detroit. The airline now the latest business casualty as surging fuel costs from the war in Iran pushed it over the edge. Across the country, signage stripped from terminals, passengers stunned to find their flights canceled, thousands of people potentially now forced to book new flights.
I get here, it's a ghost town this morning. I didn't know what to do.
Alvin Harper was set to fly out of Newark to South Carolina to handle a family emergency. He says he ended up paying hundreds for a new flight.
So that's $900 and something I spent so far. But I'm looking forward to getting my money back from Spirit, but when? How?
The collapse comes after Spirit failed to secure a last-ditch $500 million lifeline from the government. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy addressing Spirit's collapse at Newark Airport. I asked him why the president's deal fell through.
What was the sticking point and what was the tension point?
In the end, this was a creditor issue. Again, they have the final say of whether they want to do a deal with the government.
Duffy also criticizing the Biden administration for blocking Spirit's proposed merger with JetBlue in 2024, calling it a massive mistake, pointing to the airline's bankruptcy battles prior to the war in Iran. But Spirit itself saying soaring fuel prices, quote, left us with no alternative but to pursue an orderly wind down of the company. Now, the